Amazing trade opportunities happening today, most likely. Welcome to the Gym of All Trade channels. Glad you're here. We're going to be talking about that trade in Litecoin, and it's looking really good, actually. So, I want to talk about that with you. So, glad you're here. Let's jump into the charts. I'm not a financial advisor. There's a disclaimer. I'm showing you my charts and telling you how I trade. That's the point of this channel. That's what you're going to get here. You're going to get trade ideas, and you're going to get actual today's wave action called before it happens. And man, I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Let me know in the comments that you've been enjoying it if you have, and share the content. I don't know anybody else that gives you day-to-day calls on what the price action is going to do. I don't know anybody else that does that. So I hope you enjoy the channel. Let other people know that this is where you can get day-to-day price action calls every day. All right, especially in Litecoin. Litecoin's a great coin to trade. It has such volatile swings, and it's really awesome. So, anyway, okay, that's my commercial for my channel. Hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Notify yourself with a notification bell. I put one out every day around this time, and yeah, we're just gonna jump in here and see what we have. Okay, here's where I think we are in the main count. Okay, I think this is the end of wave 3. I think we just finished a wave 4. That is my hypothesis right now, until we break 97. If we break 97, that hypothesis goes out the door. Let me just take a minute and explain to you why I believe that from an Elliott wave perspective. Okay. So when you this is the fifth wave, as you can see, I've got this fifth wave labeled, and let me get this line off the chart here. There we go. And so when you subcount that fifth wave, you can easily see the one here, followed by the 2. Oh, by the way, guys, I got allergies really bad. It's really bad right now, and the pollen count is so high, and I've been working outside, and so I'm stuffy, and so I'm doing the best I can. Okay, I hope you can listen through it. So we got the 1, followed by the 2. Then we have this 3 wave, okay, and that 3 wave needs to have 5 waves. And you can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Another possibility on that is that this is actually the top of the fifth wave, top of 3. It's got a truncated, so this actually wasn't part of the fifth wave. I had a hard time with this because this is higher than this. But so I've got a possibility of this is the top of 3 or this is the top of 3. Okay. And we're going to talk about 2 scenarios. Okay. So I just want you to be aware of that. Okay. Then I think we just came down for 4. And we're going up for 5 for the final 127 push. I'm thinking that's a good possibility. And wouldn't that be a great play for the market makers? Everybody's thinking it's going down right now. Everybody's thinking bear, bear, bear. And for them to take the market up right now would be pretty cool, actually. Number 1, it'd prove me right. Number 2, yeah, we'd be able to make some money before the way down. The more money we can make on the way up, the more money we can spend on when it goes down. And so that's I love swing trading like this, and this is really important. We're at a really critical moment here, and a trade is coming up, so you really need to pay attention here. Okay, all right. So that's what I think is happening. Okay, I think this is if we put the top of 3 here, we got a really nice ABC. It's really nice form. The fibs are nice. Everything looks really good there. So let me just show you the fibs from an ABC perspective here. You can see how we came right down here and just tagged this $99, this 1-to-1 extension just below it, and bounced up. So there's a possibility. Okay. There's a possibility. The other possibility is that this is also an ABC as well. Right here. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Right here. There's A. We went up for B. And we got C. And it puts the fibs around the same level, just not quite as perfectly as let me make sure I got them to the tick here. Yeah, it puts the fibs around the same level, and we came down and tagged. We didn't quite make 97. It was like 97.17. So why is that important? Because this 4 wave cannot break the plane of the 1 wave, okay? And a lot of traders know that. So that's why we got the bounce there. Really strong, high probability we're getting a bounce there. But whether we get a full completed wave going up, I don't know. And so we're going to have to watch that. But basically, this can't break the one. So if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, it can't break break the plane of the one, and if it does, it should just be a wick, a very quick wick through it. Okay. And so I think we're heading up for 5. If we do a sub count here, as we get in here, I'm going to take the fibs off here so we can see that the fibs are good. Let's go down to the 30-minute and do a sub count of this C wave, and you'll see what I'm saying here. Um, so when you have an ABC, you've got A, 5 waves, B is 3 waves, and then C is 5 waves, okay? This is actually the top. This is kind of an X wave, so that's why I was thinking we could have a WXY. The only problem with that is we just don't really have 3 waves here. This is 5 waves here. This C wave has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. That's a nice wave. It's a clear it's a clear 5 waves. So that's what makes me think we've got actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. I don't know how you want to say that. This is just failure right there. Failure of a wave. You're a failure, man. What do you feel about yourself? Okay, sorry. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting. So what do we do here? We got a little bit of a difficulty here, but we've got to pull back, and so it might be a decent entry now into this wave. Potentially a decent entry now. But I'm looking for more of a pullback. Okay, here's the difficulty I'm having with this current count, and it's the stinking wick, which I don't know what to do with a lot of times. We got the first hit down to 97. We came up and then we came back down and tagged it again. It's almost like a double bottom, but this is a higher low. So normally I count that as a 1-2. Okay, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way we look at it, I feel like I have feelings, and they're important. I feel I'm giddy today, guys. Sorry. I feel like see, it's just really hard to tell. Is this 3-wave end here? This is a little 4 and a 5, and we're done, or is this 3-wave finish? We're doing 4. We're going to come up for 5, and then we're coming down for a correction. Don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I want you to be aware that once this wave is done, we're going to come down for about a 50% correction, at least 50 to 68%, most likely. Okay, so that means I'm looking for a correction back down in this region here. I put this blue line here because it's a structure line. It's an important line. We had a touch here. We had a touch here. We had a touch here almost. We even came down and touched it. That's why I'm saying it may be a decent entry now, but I can't guarantee you that because the next structure line is right here. Okay, we could come back down and retest this area before we go back up. Okay, so I don't know what's going to happen. But what I'm looking for is a pullback where I'm comfortable for a re-entry. Okay, and I want to re-enter the market. I'm hoping that this has some continuation to the downside. This would be a nice little AB. Even if we get a little ABC out of that, that would be really really nice. If I get a clear ABC out of that, I'm jumping in anywhere. Anywhere at the $100 mark. Uh, you know, Possibly even the 101 mark. I don't think you're doing bad there. Just keep in mind the higher your entry is, the more of a retrace you may have to deal with later if you're wrong. Okay, so just understand that. But this is looking fairly decent, guys, as a 5-wave motive wave, potential A wave, or a potential 1 wave followed by a 2. So that's what we got going on, guys. So as it stands right now, I don't know if this is finished, but let's just pretend it is finished and talk about some scenarios. If it's finished and this is an A wave, and I don't know how far it would come down, so let's play conservatively. Let's just say somewhere like right here. If this is an A wave followed by a B wave, and we're going up for C, that means we have more downside to go afterwards. Then we're looking at targets at 109 and 111, the 1-to-1 extension and the 1276 extension. Okay, so somewhere, and that gives us some structure right around those marks right there to bounce off of. So 109 is probably at the bottom of the structure, and 111 or so is at the top of the structure, 112. So yeah, 109 to 112 in that ballpark. And that's if this is an ABC. Okay, so you have to be mindful of price as it gets up here. You want to watch it. Okay. All right. Now, what if this is not ABC, but this is 1, 2, 3? Well, this would be beautiful then. So then what we have going on is we've got a one, a two, and then we're coming up here for the third wave, right? Got structure up there, going to be around 115. Come down and go up again. Chances are this might be bigger. This wave, see that doesn't look big enough, to be honest with you. Doesn't look big enough. I want to make a higher high over here. I don't want to make a triple top here. So I'm looking for 127 as my target. So we might get an extended third wave. That was a a guess I had yesterday, something like that. That might be great. I would love that, guys. I would love that as long as I got in here. So yeah, our chance to get in is pretty pretty much soon. So watch price action. Um, if price comes up and makes another little high and bounces down, don't freak out, okay? But I can't tell you where to enter, and I can't have any what's the word? I can't have any definitive nature of what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you of the potential wave shapes that may happen here. So yeah, this count is I've got it as 1, 2, 3. This might be 4. We're coming up for 5. Um, it's not a horrible entry right here to enter right now and then put a stop underneath of this low. In case it goes against you and you don't want to sweat that out. Because man, if it continues on down, because we've got to realize there's another potential. This is a finished corrective wave, and we're coming down more. Okay, it doesn't look like it's coming down hard, okay, or fast, and so I tend to think we're probably okay right here. This looks pretty good for the upside. It really does, at least temporarily, at least for the short term. We've got some good upside. What I can say is, as this wave is forming, and as today or tomorrow, I can make another video for you, give you an update if there's a need for one. Okay, so there's my potential targets. I'm looking for a little bit more downside here. I'm looking to enter down here somewhere. Stop loss right underneath of this last low right here. So we always put our stop losses under the last low. Okay, if we break that low, it'll probably be going lower than that. So that's always good. Keep tight stop losses right now, guys. We're in a place of reversal area of this market, and so it's really hard to tell what's going on. And that's kind of normal. But we're going to have some correction soon. You say, well, we already did have some correction. We did, but we had a pretty normal wave correction. So I'm looking for a larger correction. So anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at, guys. I hope that helps you. Shall we take a quick look at BTC? I love BTC right now because it's got a clear ABC. It bounced right here at the 1276. Looks like we're going up. We'll come down. We're going to go up again. So same kind of scenario. Look for a pullback and enter, and make sure your stop is right underneath of here, and then ride it up. Throw your fibs on it. My phone is going off. Give me 1 second, guys. Such a hard time to turn off sometimes. I apologize. Please forgive me. Look for a pullback here and an entry. Make sure your stop's under here, and then we'll ride it up. Throw your fibs on it with a 1-2 and do the extensions and see what you come up with. Make sure you look at the 1-1, the 1276, and 1618 as targets. Okay, all right. There's your update for the day. I hope that helps you. No lessons today, guys. I'll try to get back. I'm just working so much lately. I got to get to work, and I just don't have a lot of time. I might have to start making them in the evenings so that we can, spend a little bit more time teaching. But that gives you some targets for today. Hope that helps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that stuff YouTube likes. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye.